It is the end of day 2 of the main event here at EPT Prague. I'm here with one of the chip leaders, Anton Wigg. Anton, I was joking with you yesterday that you like to complain a lot on Twitter. So before we get into that, I want to ask you, what's one thing that's been great about live poker recently?
Party poker?
You're like, not here. Just kidding. What about it?
I mean, I feel like it's good with competition, right? So I feel like party poker has been stepping up. Maybe they can do things differently, but they're definitely trying things out. And yeah, I like that there's competition. I like that the tourists have to try, even in Europe, which it's been on a decline for a bit, but I feel like it's picking back up. So that's been really nice.
So do you think because of party poker sort of entering the live tournament scene, it's made like EPTs? I mean, this is now the biggest first place prize for an EPT Prague ever. Do you think that's sort of helped?
Yeah, in a way, like there is a snowballing effect for sure. And then I don't know how the two correlates. I mean, it's Christmas, people have money, Prague is nice, you know.
Trying to make money for Christmas.
Well, yeah, that too.
Presents. All right, so let's get to the fun part.
I will advise, save, like, don't play with your present money for Christmas, and then you can gamble for the rest, you know.
Don't gamble your kids' Christmas money away.
Yeah.
Wise words from Anton. So let's talk about the complaining.
Yeah, let's.
Great,
yeah, I love complaining. I'm getting old, you know, like I'm 30 plus, and I feel like I'm entitled now.
Life's too short now. Like time's a ticking.
I'm taking the mantle from Casey Castle, and you know, he never got it done, but I feel like he's too old. So now I'm doing that for him.
Right, because then you just become the grumpy old man.
Yeah, I mean, quicker than you know it, right?
That's true. So you had some complaints about one of the satellites. Tell me about what was going on there. Not even remember because there was so much other complaining.
I mean, there's just so much to say about the situation, but bottom line was the table next to my table in the satellite with 10 left started stalling. When they couldn't stall anymore, they all decided that you're just going to try to fold and all make the money.
They're colluding together.
They're colluding, and they're being very verbal about it, and someone had to say something, and unfortunately that didn't happen until I had to do it. So
what happened?
I got really mad and I called them out in front of the rest of the field, and like they're basically taking everyone else's money. And
was there a penalty? Did anything happen because of it?
I think Flora managed it okay. I'm still waiting for the day when someone is just like you're literally cheating in the casino. So I mean, if I was the floor, I would see who instigated it, and they'd be out of there. And that way you're setting a precedent for things like this not to happen. And unfortunately, they didn't do that, but I think they handled it okay.
How did they handle it?
They broke their table and put all of them in big blinds.
Good. That's a good solution.
I mean, like after all this stalling and all this colluding, they were all short, so a few of them ended up bubbling anyways. I guess it kind of like cosmically worked out, you know.
I was going to say karma.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and one thing I wanted you to tell me about is you said for the first time in a decade of playing live poker, you called time on someone correctly. Tell me about like the action in the hand and how that played out.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. So yesterday, button opens, I 3-bet jacks from the small blind, the big blind, cold fours, folds back to me, and I'm pretty happily putting it in. And now he starts tanking, and like, a minute in, I'm like, okay, like maybe I want to call. And then another minute in, like this guy's really hurting, like really hurting. So now I know that he has something, like he has either ace king or pocket queens, and I don't really want to call from either two. So after 10 years of playing live poker, I figured it out. I figured out the timing. I waited for the right time. I called time, and I watched him time out. And then he said, "Do you know what I have?" And I said, "Yeah, actually." I didn't show him. I didn't want to rub it in, but yeah.
Did he show?
Yeah, I mean, he told me I had queens. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So okay, so what's the secret? How do you call time with someone?
It's all about timing.
But how do you know? Like, is it something you saw in his face, or you just felt it?
10 years of experience. I finally nailed it.
But tell me, so I don't have to wait 10 years.
but I
It's just-
can't. But I can. It's just like you just have to feel it. You know, you have to be in the moment and be present, and you just feel it, and then time.
Do you often call time, or is this really rare for you?
I think I'm one of the people that call time most on the tour, to be honest. So, yeah, I feel like it's a part of the sport, and I wish there was always shot clocks. It would be better for everyone and more entertaining and more of a sport, in my opinion. I don't excessively call time, but when someone has been taking their good amount of time and they can't make up their mind, I feel like it's always better to just, like let the time run and make a decision.
Well, especially if you can use it to your advantage as part of the game.
I'm still somewhat young, like I'm still not 35.
You're over 30 like me. We're old. We're done. Has-beens.
Oh, shit, that's my phone.
Oh, but okay. Well, he's the chip leader. He's getting phone calls. Stay tuned to PokerNews.com to see how Anton does in this main event.
Let's do it.
Woo!